Yo, it is your boy Savage D Sag back up in this bitch. What is good, and man, we are here to talk about this Chainsaw Man greatness, nigga. Let's get right into Chainsaw Man chapter 134. So we start off with Denji walking around the city looking stressed and depressed as he hears the talks of Chainsaw Man on the TVs. The people on the news are showing disdain towards Chainsaw Man, saying that Chainsaw Man's fights are outrageous, which, I can't really argue there. And also saying that destroying buildings makes him no different than the devils that he is fighting. Even mentioning the disappearance of the aquarium during the Eternity Devil's Return and pinning that on Chainsaw Man as well.
Shaking my head.
But then we get some duality because while Denji's at school, we see some students are mentioning the appearance of the Falling Devil, and the students are essentially bigging up Chainsaw Man, saying that if it wasn't for him showing up, they'd have a real Nostradamus prophecy on their hands, before speculating more on that. We transition to Denji blow drying Nayuta's hair in their apartment. Nayuta brings up how the news is talking about the Chainsaw Man church again, and how they're mentioning that they're basically brainwashing a whole bunch of the kids. As Nayuta is trying to tell Denji to look at the members of the Chainsaw Man church fighting the police excitedly, Denji shuts it down, saying that the church will be done soon because he won't be turning into Chainsaw Man anymore. As Nayuta shows disappointment and Denji says it is because if he transforms, she will die per Sashida's threats in the last chapter, he says he can't take that risk. Continuing, Denji says that when Sashida told him that he can't turn into Chainsaw Man anymore, he felt like he had died, but after thinking it through, he is pretty happy with the normal life that he has now. Nayuta shows another wise beyond her years 3D chess moment by asking Denji if he really thinks that nothing beats a normal life, before Denji starts thinking again to himself if he actually does or not. As Nayuta is asleep with the dogs, Denji is on the toilet vibing and asking Pochita if their current life is like heaven. By the way, let me just pause to say that I think this is the first time that we are seeing Denji communicate with Pochita in a minute, maybe even the first time since part 2 began, so that is nice to see. But anyways, Denji continues speaking to Pochita, saying that despite their life being heaven compared to their previous life, that now he is dreaming of an even higher heaven, sounding like a true poet, asking Pochita if they can just be happy with what they have and not needing to fight. We get a peek at Meowie too, who also can't sleep just like Denji, as he watches the TV by a sleeping Nayuta. He is listening to boring commercials and even more boring golf before he changes the channels to one of the stations showing a debate about the Chainsaw Man church again. We see an older man saying that he can't accept the existence of the organization because they are recruiting students who don't have real world experience to fight against devils and protesters, arguing that this must be worrisome to the parents of those kids and that their lives will be lost trying to play Chainsaw Man. This kind of reminds me of the classic Batman movie, The Dark Knight, where these goofies were out at night dressed like Batman trying to fight crime, to the point where even Batman had to beat their asses up in an attempt to discourage them from risking their lives. But anyways, the debate continues as we see Haruka at the podium defending the organization, saying that when it comes to their Devil Hunter tasks, the church notifies all parties that they need to check in with. He also counters by saying that they are actually a club at the local school and actually have combat experience, adding that this is not a game for those who choose to participate. Haruka brings up that there should be nothing wrong with someone following their sense of justice and saving lives as long as it is truly their choice. But the old man says, fuck all that. Y'all are preaching about Chainsaw Man's teaching like it's the Bible, but you haven't gotten those teachings directly from him. Before, Haruka says that Chainsaw Man actually did give it to them directly. Then we get the part of the chapter that almost made me lose my shit entirely for a second. Haruka says that he can let the old man and all the doubters hear Chainsaw Man speak for himself now, to which both the old man and Denji are flabbergasted just like me at this point. Denji looks over to his phone waiting for it to ring as he should because he wasn't made aware that Chainsaw Man was speaking during this debate or rally. Haruka hypes up the crowd to call up Chainsaw Man, and a sweaty, nervous Denji starts to smirk before we see a tall boy with dark hair and a hat covering his full appearance greeting the crowd and claiming to be Chainsaw Man. Denji is shocked as hell as the boy continues addressing rumors such as him being half human, half devil, and saying that he gained the power to turn into Chainsaw Man after a fateful encounter with the Justice Devil. That is an interesting tidbit, but I will wait to talk a little bit more about that later. But anyways, the fake Chainsaw Man says that he is fighting to create a world without devils. Before he could even continue on, Denji is screaming at his TV like a wife that saw her husband fighting side piece baby allegations on Mori, like... This wakes Nayuta up, and Denji is still just screaming at the TV, saying that he never thought that stuff, and that he has no reason to fight, and that He died mad times before people just started calling him Chainsaw Man on their own, as he breaks down that he is more Chainsaw Man than Capsaw Man. Nayata consoles Denji. Damn, so I was right with my assumption last video that we are having a slight shift these past few chapters to Denji and Nayata's perspectives, so that is cool. I don't think that it'll be long lasting, and I think it will switch back over to Asa for sure, but I just felt a seismic shift after the Falling Devil part was over, especially after that chapter ended with Nayata in the schoolroom, or the classroom rather. So I'm curious though for how long we will have part 2 from Denji's POV, but I ain't mad at it. 2. Fujimoto is making a big deal about these Chainsaw Man debates and the Chainsaw Man church. It has me wondering, what is the bigger play here? Once again, we know of course that Fami is sus, and is one of the leading figures behind the church. With the Nostradamus prophecy being public knowledge now, how big will this church be to combating whatever is to come? 3. The fake Chainsaw Man, or for the sake of this video, Capsaw Man. Bruh, okay, so I genuinely dropped my jaw when Haruka said he was calling up Chainsaw Man, wondering where this was gonna go. When he called up the fake, I thought they were gonna get a full reveal, but of course, Fujimoto doesn't like us having nice things, so that didn't happen. The small info that we got was still telling though, more specifically the part of his origin, saying that he gained his power after an encounter with the Justice Devil. And now I am shook. I'm not sure if it was around the Justice Devil's first appearance in chapter 98, or the second appearance after Yuko popped up at the school making a contract with the devil, but I'm leaning towards Yuko's appearance. What if this is what caused the fake Chainsaw Man to murk Yuko? I may have to make a short video separately about this because when I reread this chapter, that stood out to me. At first I read it and just scoffed past it because I was thinking that, I was thinking of Denji's Chainsaw Man origins, not the fake one, but I don't think Fujimoto added that for no reason. But man, it's sad to see Denji sad and frustrated yet again. Why does Fujimoto hate his character so much? All Denji wants is to be loved and acknowledged, and every step of the way he is being told what he can't do. Asa thinks he stood her up. Nayata says he can't see Asa. Sashida says he can't turn to Chainsaw Man. Just let the man be happy, Fujimoto. Is that too much to ask? God damn. But anyways, if you have anything to say about what I had to say, drop a comment. Y'all know I read those. Like, sub. It's your boy Savage D Sag, and I'm out. Peace.